Hey guys, this is Jessica Giovini from the Just Press Play podcast. You might follow me at the Just Press on Instagram, sharing my calligraphy and invitation designs for weddings and events. I'll be chatting with other small business owners about life, from growing their biz to mental health to where to get your favorite coffee. Tune in every episode as we laugh our asses off and make fun of ourselves while lifting each other up.
Like when you talk. You know what? Hang on, before you start, I'll use this just for the intro.
Okay, is this live?
Oh yeah, it's live. But like, it's fine. I know, it's like amazing. Actually, you don't listen to any podcasts, right? Like anything else, right? You definitely don't listen to Giggly Squad, who I love. No, because they start out like, I'm not kidding, Mary. Like, they literally just talk about what's going on in their life the whole time, and they have one of the most successful podcasts. It's insane.
Well, because it's real.
I know, but it's
they
like
are
nonsense.
but
I know. And then I'm like, maybe I should do that, but I'm like, but I'm not famous. No one's gonna listen to this.
You would be surprised who
Really?
is interested in people's lives and stuff. Like when I did my little health journey thing with the blood work and stuff like that, people were like really interested in that. I got a lot of comments, a lot of people asking. Yeah.
All right.
So,
hi, welcome to Just Press Play Pod. We're back. Woo! Maryellen is here for the third time, which is really fun. I can't find my other microphone. So we're using one, and she's going to use it, and I'm so loud that I'm just going to talk. But I'm using it right now since I'm introing. So if you don't know her, but you probably do because her episodes always do really well. It's Maryellen from 732 Views on Instagram, and she's back for a third pod episode.
totally different though.
This is raw and real, and we have zero notes. Literally don't even have my clipboard, and we're just going for it. So everything is in this and whatevs, and we're drinking Wandering Bear, which is my favorite at-home coffee. I put a sticker, my Just Press sticker on Maryllen's.
So good.
Delicious. Amaretto, and then I made a vanilla almond cold foam. Delicious. So, yeah, Mary and I talked about doing this, like, I don't know. I already had Colt?
Yeah, it was right after Colt because we all right, so we have a text. All right, here we go. Yeah. We have a text thread, and we just talk about normal girl things like your body changing, what's happening in your life, your mental breakdowns. We do everything.
Yeah.
And I said to her one day, like, we should do a podcast like this because it normalizes what women are going through. It normalizes girl friendships that can talk like this, and you don't realize how many people are going through stuff that it's their first time going through it as well, and it really just helps them. So
100%.
we're here, no notes, winging it, just talking our normal stuff.
Yes. And so Maryellen is a mom already and has been for much longer than I have been. So I will always ask her questions about anything postpartum also, and then she's going through health things in her life, and then not even just like things that impact us like health wise, like, oh, this happened, but just like normal things that we talk about. Like she always posts every week, the more you know, and there's always something that is like something I use that now has toxins in it, and I'm like, I know that. But then she's always like, sorry. I'm like, no, I need to know this. Like,
yes. I just actually talked about this yesterday with somebody with the Driscoll strawberries that they had no idea. And I'm like, you can't use these.
Nick
and
texted me. He's like, we still can't get those, right? I was like, no.
And she's like, why? And I pulled everything up, and she's like, oh my gosh. Yeah. But I mean, it's just, listen.
That was like a big one.
I like to put that in my stories, the more you know. So take it or leave it, right? Some people are just like, I don't care. I'm buying these strawberries. I like them. Whatever.
Right,
whatever.
Fine.
But I just can't do it, and I'm supporting local farmers instead.
Love that. I know anytime there's a farmer's market, or even do you know McCormick Farms in Middletown?
Well, my son loves them. Yeah.
Love.
Yep.
And they're only they're not totally consistent, but whenever they are fully open, we get so excited. And then when they did their whole they renovated and all that, and they were closed for a while, and we were so happy when they reopened because that place is great. But now I've just been when I need fruit immediately, I just been going to Whole Foods.
Yeah.
But even then, they had the Driscoll strawberries.
I know.
But it was so funny because they have Driscoll's, and then they have another brand, and there was 2 packs of strawberries left of the other brand because everyone was only buying that, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, it just raises your consciousness of it when you're shopping for your family, especially, or yourself even. I mean, our health is all we have real control over.
No, like literally.
So,
and we're both like on this journey to like, I feel like it's such a funny word to use, a journey. But we really are. Like, we're trying to like also holistically and both, you need both. You need Eastern and Western to like figure things out.
Yeah.
And like figure out our bodies, especially like now that this is my second child and that's it. And now I'm postpartum the second time.
So she says.
No,
we want a girl.
No, we don't. Exciting step. No, I'm not doing this again. Also, I think we would both just die. We'd be like, why? I mean, listen, I'm all about like
2 is good.
Blessing,
it's a nice
like,
2 is good.
No, 2 hands, 2 children. I don't know how people do it. Kudos, I'm not hating on you. I just don't know how you do it when you have more than 2. But yeah, we're just trying to like,
navigate.
Yes,
I think.
Exactly. And like, I'm now learning about all these other things, postpartum depletion. And I'm also getting to the root of like all health issues I've had my whole life.
I love that you said it. So like
my whole life.
Before we even start this, we have to say like we're not medical professionals. No. We're just 2 women going through 2 things.
Do I have to put like a disclaimer?
No, but I just want to say that. And the other thing too is like I am doing what's good for me. You're doing what's good for you. Exactly. Everybody does their own thing. Yeah, right? So like, if you don't agree with what I'm doing or I don't agree with you're doing, it's everybody's own body. Yeah. So like do your thing. Yeah. I just tell people do your real research when you're doing things, 100%. And it's crazy because like I literally stripped down my entire programs and I was taking this supplement, that supplement, and I didn't even know if I was doing like the right things. So I just stopped everything and I felt absolutely awful. But I had to
I
get that baseline. And I made the appointment I told you, like with my doctor, and I went in and they tried to do my blood work and they couldn't find a vein. And that started the whole thing where I was just like, just stop because I already have enough anxiety about it. And I ordered the rhythm blood test, which I absolutely love. I'm getting my second test coming up. And that result shook me a little bit because I thought it was just going to be my hormones. Yeah. And it wasn't.
But hormones control everything.
They do. But I also have family history of what came up on that. True. So that kind of was like, oh shit. Yeah. So it made me pay attention. I work with Chris Griffey on like consulting Griffey with from Griffey Organics with my nutrition and my supplements. And he put me on this path and I've been on it for a little over a month now and I feel a big difference. Okay. I'm sleeping better. Okay. Huge. I have more energy.
Can we talk about the type of supplements that you're taking?
Yeah, I mean, like...
Is it like minerals?
So right now I'm on 3 supplements. Okay. The one supplement is L-lysine, I think it's called. And the other one is a glutathione. Okay. That it looks like a little candy and it just like melts in your mouth kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And that is more absorption. Okay. Okay. And then there's another one called Hergevity. What is from...
for, though? Yeah, like what does it do?
Well, I mean, the Hergevity one is like for like menopause and stuff like that. So it's like it's all natural stuff and it's
just like support.
Yes, it's a supportive one, right? And the L-lysine is the same kind of situation where it's recovery and like it's on the bottle. I don't
whatever.
know.
No, it's fine.
But the glutathione is a recovery as well. Yeah, no, it just it's. He looked at the labs. He like talked to me about all my stuff.
Yeah, and he has a biology background.
Oh my God, yes.
Yep.
No, he's not just a random person looking at this. And he, he does consultations and like I highly recommend people talking to him and if you're feeling a little out of control with your stuff. Yeah. Or any kind of nutritionist because I didn't know. And so I was taking stuff that wasn't really helping me and I was wasting money. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So now I'm on a path and I'm also doing seed cycling, which is so explain that. It's flaxseed, sesame seed, pumpkin seed, and I think there's something else in there, and it's all ground up. And I put 2 tablespoons like in yogurt in the morning, and that also is a supportive for menopause. Yeah, it's like that kind of thing.
I've been using that now too. Yep, and it has a lot of protein.
Yeah, so that is like a helpful thing. So I'm excited to see this month's blood work to see did the needle move anywhere, And I also started doing more heavy lifting. I started, my walks that I do now with Peloton, I pick the hardest instructor because I'm a psycho like that. I put on like the weighted vest and I'm like, no, we're doing this, And that's just like how I am. But I just messaged him yesterday. I'm like, I just really feel better.
That's amazing.
And it's hard because this winter was really tough for me,
And it like affected you in every way.
But it's the same thing with going through postpartum. It's your hormones, right? So
hormone
like
health. And this isn't men too, by the way. Men have hormone. Obviously, it's not
right. It's
the
not
same.
The same. Yeah,
and women have sensors, but men have hormone issues. And if you don't know about, I only know this because I have a friend going through it who's men, and it's like that's everything.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
It literally controls your entire body, basically.
Yes. And it's so crazy to me to think that the health industry is really like trying to make money off things, and you see things pop up on your Instagram feed, and like don't just fall for that. Mm-hmm. Like you have to really do your research. You have to have somebody who knows what they're talking about, looking at either your labs or your complaints or whatever, and showing you that supportive way, because this stuff gets expensive.
Oh my God, beyond. I think about all the money that I've been spending since I'm 25, because that's when I started like getting gut health, like real gut health and like other issues, and I'm like, oh my God. Like, oh my God.
And all the stuff that you took that you were like, it was a waste.
Oh my God. I'm right now weaning off of Nexium, which I've been on for almost 11 years, which is like, but that was all I knew. And going to a gastroenterologist, that's what, getting an endoscopy, then they put you on something. Also, it took like 6 different meds to figure out that worked better for me. Like, they put me on like prescription stuff that was like so heavy, and it was like, did not help at all. I used to commute on the bus and the train carrying a ginger ale, which, by the way, ginger ale did not help. So they were just like, ginger ale, ginger, it's good for your stomach. Now, I've learned so much more now. Yeah. It's insane. Yeah. And like, it's very like cut and dry, and like, oh, well, you have to go on this, and then you feel better. And it's like,
but that's a Band-Aid to me.
I know.
Like, that's what I feel like.
I didn't know, like, all this time. And the reason I'm now learning this is because as a woman and going through postpartum, the mood disorders after, and just like, I feel like since becoming a mom, and I don't know if it's because of like learning about all the mental stuff more, because I had anxiety pre-children, but even just like wanting to like be healthier for my kids. And it's like learning all of these things and how they affect, like being on Nexium completely lowers your iron. I've been anemic for such a long time. I was so anemic after I had Walker. This is a great story. Let me adjust myself for a minute, because I get so angry. I get so mad about this story.
But you have to give yourself grace, because
honestly,
it's
not my fault. No.
Yeah.
And I fought back because I knew it was bullshit.
Okay.
I'm saying I get angry because this is a doctor who is like an MD, a primary doctor who I went to, who I went there because I literally felt like I had vertigo. And when I had previously been anemic, a couple years, now it all makes sense now that I like put it together. A couple years after I started taking Nexium, I thought I had vertigo. I would walk up the steps every night to go to bed, and I completely like, my ears would close. I would hear zzz, and I would be completely dizzy for like a minute, and I would have to just like put my head down on my bed, and then I would come out of it. So I was like, something's obviously wrong, but like, what is it? Kind of thing. Went and got labs done. It came back. I was like very anemic. And I still remember the doctor like didn't even call. They like mailed my blood work and was like, go see. What? Yes, yeah. And they were like, start taking iron supplement. And I was like, okay.
So that to me right there is just like, crazy. Get a new doctor.
I was like, what, I mean, 29, 30
I know.
So then after I had Walker, a couple of months later, I felt like I had the flu, but I wasn't sick. Like, I wasn't, when I say the flu, like, I felt, like, hot and cold massively.
Okay. Yep.
And completely, like, depleted. Just felt dead. But, like, no actual illness.
Yeah.
And I went to the doctor, and I was like, something is wrong. Like, I've had iron in the past. Like, this is different, but I'm also postpartum, so, like, I don't know if it's just, like, I'm feeling different. But, like, I'll be drenched in sweat, and I could get completely naked, and I was still dripping sweat. And I was like, something's wrong. And I go to the doctor, and he's like, checks me. He's like, oh, you're not sick. He's like, well, I guess you're just like getting a sinus infection.
Yeah, no.
And I was like,
no.
By the way, obviously, don't go to this doctor anymore. And I was like, you just said You just checked my ears. You just said I'm not sick. Well, I just don't know what else it could be. I was like, well, I want blood work. Yeah, we can run labs. Great.
Again, advocating for yourself, which I found in this journey, you have to
Literally
advocate for yourself. You know your body. It doesn't feel right. You have to advocate for yourself.
And so in the midst of this, I was already doing research, and everything that I had looked up, like, and I don't just like Google and read one thing. Like, I'm like really looking, was pointing to iron and anemia. So I in the midst of waiting for the blood work, I made a hematologist appointment, and I went into the like Rite Aid or wherever, Walgreens, and got iron and started taking it. And within like a day, I felt so much better already. Then I get the blood work back, and my hemoglobin was like, okay, you know how they like tell you like
the range, yes.
Range? Well, say it's like, this is not real, by the way, 10 to 100, and you're 12. They're like, oh, normal. That's normal. Okay.
I know.
So he looks and he's like, oh, it's like not bad. And I go, no, that's low normal. I want an extensive test. Like, you only check my hemoglobin. I want my ferritin checked. I want everything checked, my saturation, everything. I know there's more. And I'm sure they're used to just dealing with people that say, oh, okay, yeah, sure. Like,
well, people just accept.
Yeah, because they don't know,
normal.
too.
But you know what the other thing, too, is I think people like to accept that it's in the normal range because then it makes them feel better.
And you, like, trust your doctor. And, like, I've had too many things happen with doctors. I trust no one anymore. And when you find a really good doctor, it's, like, so amazing. So in the midst of all of this, again, they check. I get a note in the portal. You know, portal now.
Mm-hmm.
My iron saturation was a 4.
Oh my God.
My ferritin was like a 6. And he writes back and goes, I highly recommend you make a hematologist appointment.
Done already.
I wrote back and I was like, yeah, I already made that appointment. Literally the day that I left the appointment. Thanks for nothing. So obviously I had to get 5 blood infusions. But now, okay, all this time passes, right? I've been on iron now forever. But now I'm learning because I'm working with, she works with men too, but like her specialty is women's health and like postpartum depletion and menopause depletion and just women's health in general. But I know she does work with men and children as well. And she's a functional nutritionist, but like she also fully believes in medicine, like life-saving medicine. But I find you really need like both because there's a lot.
Agreed.
That you learn. Agreed. And the functional end. And when you get blood work done, and we've talked about this, it only shows so much. There's only so much that blood work can show. I have an endocrinologist. They do extensive blood with that. But even then, there's only so much that shows up. The nutritionist I'm working with now, she does HTMA samples, which is a hair sample. So you cut like Nick did it for me. Like there's like a guide that you follow. Like you get in the middle and you cut to the end, and then like you have to set it up a certain way, and you send it to the lab, and then all of it comes back, and she dissects the entire, as a practitioner, all the blood work, and we come up with like an entire mineral formulation. I am so heavily depleted.
Oh God, yeah.
It's insane. No, but like she sent, it's a 1-hour video of her explaining my blood work and why everything connects to everything. So obviously with my gut, I've always been bloated, by the way. Even at my thinnest, I've never had a flat stomach. My whole life, the second I eat something, my stomach blows up. So I'll never be one of those girls who could like wear a bathing suit and like sit out a barbecue all day in a bathing suit and like your stomach looks the same. Mine immediately, the second I eat one thing or drink one thing, it immediately expands. I'm learning so much about my body now.
Isn't it crazy that we're relearning our bodies at this age?
It's insane.
It's crazy.
I'm 37, by the way. I'll be 38 in December. So, okay, of course I'm anemic. I've been on Nexium for so long. It completely takes away your iron. Also, iron depletion is like one of the biggest, factors of mental health issues. Yep. Depression, anxiety, I have OCD, like massive. So like learning all of that, but she literally I have to like show you this.
Yeah.
Her breakdown of like, you are massively depleted in magnesium in this way. It's not just the main 4, like magnesium, sodium, potassium, calcium. I'm depleted in all 4, by the way. And like magnesium is the lowest, and I take an extra magnesium supplement every day. And
Do you think that this was before the baby, or this is because of the baby, like because of the pregnancy?
I definitely was already, but now it's like new. I mean, I'm sure that postpartum made it worse.
Yeah.
Because
yeah,
it makes everything worse.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that I'm sure I already was, and now it's just even more.
Yeah.
And it's just so funny because my whole pregnancy I took extra magnesium besides my prenatal, and I'm on a postnatal now, and I take extra magnesium, and even then I can't tell you how low it is. She was like,
so you're just not absorbing, it sounds like.
Yeah, so now we're working on all of that. Also, I've always eaten a low-fat diet. Always. Everything I buy, I know. But everything I buy
told
is
her not to do this. I told her not to do this.
I know, but I always did because
I know.
as a kid, I had higher cholesterol, and the doctors told my mom she needs to drink like skim milk.
Yeah.
And do you remember? Oh my God, what were those cookies? Because they were the only ones that my mom like.
Snackwells.
Yes.
Isn't it funny that I knew that? Isn't it funny?
By the way, they're not even sold anymore.
No shit.
Yeah. Okay. She only they told her like she can only eat Snackwells. So my whole life,
so I feel like
since
the diet
I'm, like,
culture,
6, by the way,
has been in your
yes,
yep.
always. So then once I got older, I was like, I have to eat non-fat like stuff because that's the only way I can stay thin.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I've never been skinny. Like I've never been skinny. I'm just always like
average,
normal.
Average.
Yeah,
that's what I call it. It's average.
Right now, obviously, I just had a baby, so I'm much bigger. But like, yes, in the middle.
Yeah.
And always go up and down. But like, I always thought, even like after I had Walker, I worked with a nutritionist, and everything, and he has a science background too. Everything is non-fat. Everything is non-fat. And now all I've learned from her is how desperately my stomach needs full fat everything. To the point that like again, in her breakdown, this goes through every mineral. I mean, I'm deficient in copper. Like we see all of it. Like you see the toxic minerals, everything. Now I've been eating full fat everything, but like grass-fed full fat. So
like not bad
by
stuff.
the way, what you're drinking right now, not only is this cold brew organic, but your milk is organic, and so is your cream.
Well, thank you so much for taking care of me.
And it's insane. And I was talking to her because it's like a 24/7 support while we're like going through this transition.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be literally like dry heaving every day. Like that's how bad my reflux was, and I was actually hospitalized for it right after our wedding because I had such a bad stomach attack with my IBS and acid reflux. I was in pain every day. Like at our wedding, I was in pain, but like I sucked it up and got through it. I now have been eating full fat yogurt, full fat milk, which by the way, if you don't know, whole milk is so amazing.
I told her that, just so you know.
No, I know how good it is.
But do you know how many people gave me so much shit over the last few years when I would do whole milk
and
they were doing almond and what is the other one that I hate? Oat. Oh my God.
The second she told me about oat milk stuff, I stopped drinking
almond,
it.
whatever.
Yeah,
if you is better, right?
Like,
oat milk. If you're still drinking oat milk, like what are you doing? Like it just.
And I love oatmeal. But yes, we've gone through that. But minus when I go out and get ice cream or if I'm out to dinner. And
of course.
In the house, everything was low fat, not specifically non-fat everything. Now I'm eating full fat everything. My stomach has never felt better.
It's so crazy that you're saying.
And I'm coming off of the Nexium.
Like, I know. Because now you're
feeling good.
You're giving your body what it needs.
Needed. But no one told me that.
No, but that's the thing is that we think we're doing it by getting low fat, and we think we are because we're watching other things and things that work for other people. That's why I said like what works for me might not work for you. What works for you might not work for me. You know, like since starting all my like supplements and doing my routine, I don't get up in the morning and feel sick. Like I used to get up every morning and I would feel like my blood sugar was so low that I was like, oh my God, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. I need to eat immediately. Yeah. Now I get up, I feel okay. I just started the Pro Mix D-Bloat. I drink that down in the morning and then I do my yogurt with the seeds and that starts my morning before I even hit coffee.
Seeds and the cheese.
And that has made such a difference for me. But even my sleep, like with menopause, perimenopause, I would be getting up at like 3 o'clock in the morning and just like laying there like I can't get a full night's sleep. It's really fucking with me. Like, because if you don't get proper sleep, I can't even tell you how bad. Like,
I mean, you know what it's like to be postpartum.
Yes,
so, like, you already know what it's like to be up feeding your kid.
Yes.
And now you're doing
Yeah, and I'm just like laying there like, oh my God. So then I would like force myself to go back to sleep, and then I was getting up at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, oh my God, I feel like I'm so behind. And then I would get up in a panic, and I'd be like, I just, it's crazy because I felt like no support with it. You know what I mean? And I didn't talk about it because
we look for it now.
Yes,
it's becoming more. I don't know.
I feel like this is what we talked about. It's not even trendy. We're talking about normalizing it and making it
like now there's these people who actually looked into it and are helping people and like they're authentic and not just some bullshit. Which there's those too.
Yes, but you have to be careful who you're trusting and what you're looking at. You know, and the crazy thing is that even during like menopause, you go, "Am I losing my mind?" Or
my mom lost it very much.
But that's the thing is when I was growing up. Menopause, all I heard about was hot flashes. Nobody told me. Nobody said another thing about anything
mental health
other than hot flashes.
My mom developed such bad anxiety.
So, oh my God, do you know why we have the anxiety? Because one of our progesterone drops so low that it calms the mind. That's what I was reading about. Because did I tell you the story about the bridge in Seabright? No. So like I never had anxiety. So I find myself...
The bridge going from Highlands to Seabright?
No, going Rumson, right? So I'm going to tell a quick story as to why this is. So I never really had anxiety, but this has been reoccurring where I get like very anxious about stuff. So they're doing some work on the bridge. This is maybe about 2 months ago now. And there was a police officer who had the traffic stopped, right? And now I'm on the part of the bridge that is like opens. So the car's coming in the opposite direction. I feel like the bridge doing this. And like, oh my God. I know. Well, I was like, okay, that's okay. And then like the cop kept for a long time. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Now the car is coming, like whipping the other side. And I'm starting to get like, I can't breathe. Oh my God, I'm having anxiety. Like that's not me. And I'm like, what is happening? And I'm having a like moment in my car where I'm like, what is happening to me? What is happening right now? I'm honking the horn because I want him to like start moving the traffic, like to understand. And then the thoughts spiral of like, oh my God, if this opens, I'm done. I open my window. And that is where the anxiety, where I was like, this is not me. And that actually incident prompted me to call the doctor and to be like, I need to get my blood work done because is this something new? Is this something that is dietary that is now like switching on me? Is this menopause, perimenopause? Like you don't know what the symptoms are. No. It's so crazy. I told you about the smells. I used to walk into my house and I was like, is somebody smoking in here? And if my son was over, he'd be like, are you okay? I'd be going around to outlets, smelling the outlets. I smelled smoke. So one day, a friend of mine, we were talking, and she's like, "Oh, that's part of menopause." I'm like, "Wait, what?"
That's crazy.
She's like, smelling smoke or cigarette smell is like phantom smells is part of menopause. I was like, "Holy shit!" But it felt so validating that I wasn't going crazy, like, and that you know somebody didn't sneak into my house and had a cigarette. That's what I was like. Somebody's in here. Someone was I got crazy.
That's wild.
But it's those little things that
no one tells you that.
No, nobody tells you about it.
If you didn't talk to your friend, if you didn't open up,
I would have never. Yeah, I would have never. But it was a random conversation about me saying that Connor thought I was crazy because he was like, "Why are you? What are you talking about? This smells." You know, there's a lot of things with menopause like that. It's insane. It's insane.
I have no doubt.
Aloha! Surfside Smile Co. Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontist is making waves in Middletown, New Jersey. They specialize in pediatric dental care for the little ones and orthodontic treatments for the whole family, including Invisalign and traditional braces. Guys, I have to tell you, Surfside Smile is Walker, our little one's dentist office, and we love it there from the amazing staff and the amazing decor, and we can't forget about their awesome golden retriever therapy dog, Penny. They want all of their patients to feel at home. They love getting to know their patients and their unique selves so they can set them up for success. Their goal is to get you smiling, laughing, and wanting to come back. Want to join their ohana? Visit them on their website, surfsidesmileco.com, to get more info about their office and schedule an appointment. Mahalo! Oh my God, you guys, I'm so excited to introduce you to Paletas & Company, an all-natural ice pop business proudly run by the Davidovich family right here in Monmouth County. Their journey began with a simple but powerful idea to create a healthier alternative to traditional frozen treats without sacrificing flavor or fun. Paletas & Company's delicious ice pops are free from refined sugars, artificial additives, and food coloring. This makes them the perfect guilt-free indulgence when you're craving something sweet and refreshing. We love Paletas ice pops and get them delivered right to our door. You can use the code JESSPRESS at checkout to get free delivery. Follow them at Paletas & Co. on Instagram and taste the difference of a truly natural ice pop. I would love to take a moment to share about the Therapy Garden, a neurodiversity affirming therapy practice located in Hazlet, New Jersey. They offer speech therapy, occupational therapy, and community programming for pediatric clients of all abilities, as well as adolescents and adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Their work focuses on functional communication, self-advocacy, and real-life skills, and they accept insurance. To learn more, you can follow them at The Therapy Garden NJ on Instagram or visit thetherapygardenNJ.com.
As a matter of fact, hang on to
Yes, the fact that women have to go through this is so unfair.
and they don't prepare you. So
No.
there is a list.
Bad enough that we have to bleed every month. And by the way, if you get skeeved out by me talking about blood, then you shouldn't be a human.
Well, I mean, I would hope adults are watching this.
I mean, men are stupid.
So these are some of the
Oh
things.
my God.
Right, this is only 20 things. I'm not going to read all 20, but I'm going to tell you ones on this list that I had that I was like, holy shit. Itchy ears.
Okay.
Like, all of a sudden, you'll be sitting here like, oh my God, what the... Right?
Mm-hmm.
The headaches. I literally, at one point, thought I was having a brain tumor.
Oh my God.
It's not.
I'm so sorry.
It's menopause. It's crazy. Hair thinning, totally have that. Like, it's just getting worse and worse. Yep. Forgetting everyday words. I'm in conversations with people and I just forget the word. That I'm, waking up at 3 a.m., difficulty drifting back to sleep. You're like laying there tossing, turning. Achy joints. My knee, I could be laying in bed doing nothing. And all of a sudden I'm like, why is that hurting like that? It's crazy to me.
So I have to just talk about this for a second. I've had leg pains my whole life. Like my whole life. My mom took me to the doctor as a kid because I would just be crying, always in pain. Oh, I don't know. Just give her more potassium. She needs a banana. No one took it seriously. Nothing. Now that I got my hair samples, the fact it's like everything just points in like the directions that like I'm just so deficient in calcium.
Yeah.
Like I must have always been, and like no one took it seriously.
Because you were on low fat everything.
Yeah, as a child. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's probably where you were having the pains from.
That makes sense. Yeah, because I used to take dance class, and I would have to stop in the middle of dance because
Yes.
my legs were in so much pain.
Well, I was getting calf pains, and I made an appointment
Mine is,
for
through
Metro Vein place. I made this appointment. I went there. I'm like, I need you to check my arteries in my legs. I think I might have a clot. Like I went crazy.
Yeah, but I would too.
So, but
Sure, like, what's wrong
they
with you?
cleared everything. They were like, everything looks great. Like I'm like, oh, okay.
it's
But
just
then,
not
but there was a part of me that was disappointed that there wasn't.
Of course, because you want to
I'm
be like,
what
okay,
is going
there's
on?
something
Like I
wrong.
know something's wrong,
Yeah.
but I don't know what it is,
Yeah.
and it was so frustrating
Mhm.
because, again, one minute I think I have a brain tumor, next minute I think I have it's just crazy. It's just crazy
for
stuff,
sure.
and like I didn't get night sweats like people get,
Okay.
but I got like this feeling like bugs are crawling on me.
Ooh,
and
that's so much worse.
And the doctor told me like that's normal because it's the same like little electrical like pulses that create that, but it's like I know, and I'll be like,
yeah, no, that's
so it's getting it. It's just really not something that you're prepared for. Like people don't talk about it.
No, they don't, and like we have to do every single woman, whether you have a child or not, literally has to go through menopause, right? Unless you.
Yes, no. So like, and perimenopause starts in your late 30s.
I know I have friends going through it right now.
So like it's not it can
should
be
talk to my
a
friend.
long time
Yeah.
because I'm 51
Yeah.
and I've been in menopause for 2 years
Yeah.
now. But it's like it doesn't just go away either.
No.
Like I said to the doctor last year, I go, what? So like, when should I expect this to be? Am I done?
Yeah.
Like, when am I done? And she was like, it could last. It could last for a while.
Like, how unfair is that?
But then,
why are we women?
you know, and a lot of people that I have friends who are on HRT, which is hormone replacement therapy. For me, right now, I'm not doing it. I just.
But you're still like figuring things out too.
Yeah, and I just I'm trying to do holistic approaches and seeing if that works for me. And I my friends laugh because I go, I'm raw dogging this, and I've done it from day one.
Yeah.
And it's not like a badge of honor, but it's just doing it my way. You know, and I my gynecologist didn't even talk to me about HRT. So I don't think that she
is
into it. Yeah. Okay. And I didn't bring it up because at the time I was just like, okay. But my primary doctor, not that she's into it, but she did say to me, you know, for years and years and years, it was taboo. Now more people are using. But there are things that you need to know about it, you know, and you need to be educated about before you make that decision. You know, I don't have a history of breast cancer in my family. However, it does raise the rate. I think she said 10 to 13%.
Okay, interesting.
So that is like stuff that you have to take into consideration when you're going to use it. And again, you want to use it, go right ahead. Yeah. Just for me right now, I'm not.
Yeah.
And I'm just going with what I've been doing. And I feel like that is working for me right now. You know, and I guess from where I came from, like this past winter being so bad, that where I am now, that I'm like, okay, I see progress. I feel progress. So I'm just going to stay on this. And it's crazy because anytime I post anything, like I was telling you before about like my health journey, people always inbox me and thank me for being honest about it and being like, you know, because I do the food stuff, I do the small business stuff, but at the same time, I'm a person, I'm human, I'm real.
Well, same. I mean, my whole page is invitations and stationery and wedding stuff, but like then I start talking about my mental health, and that's where everyone messages me.
Yeah, same.
Which thank God, because that's how I'm at where I'm at now. Because honestly, because I've talked about it.
Yes, and like when I was doing motivational Mondays, you know, I'm taking a break for the summer for it, but like I got so many messages from people,
we're all struggling.
And you know, like just saying, I needed this today. Thank you for this reminder. Yes. And I get it. You know, it doesn't matter what you're going through.
I literally it's coming out tomorrow. Recorded an episode about mental health. Nicolina.
Yes.
And Kate. Yep. With their nonprofit. I mean, if you don't have your mental health, you really like have nothing. I feel like it's.
I feel like also though a lot of people love to do the life looks so great on social media,
100%.
and they're not
at
real.
All. Yes, but it makes us feel so shitty because we're like, oh, like
right, I don't have it together, or I'm not perfect.
And it's like, no, actually, it's total bullshit.
Yep.
So like, not trying. Like, let's post it. If you look good in a picture, good for like that is.
It's the highlight reel. This is what I tell people. People put their highlight reels up. I get that, and that's great. But there's a time and place to be real with people because we're all struggling in some way, shape, or form.
Yes. After I had Cole, were we home? Right? I guess, my hormone drop happened like day 3, and it was like a plummet. And to be honest, with Walker, my mom had just died. I was already not mentally okay.
Just knocked your books over.
That was fine. I was not already mentally okay, and then the whole birth was so traumatic. And then I got really sick, so I was on the magnesium drip. So, like, I don't think I realized when my hormone drop actually happened because my anxiety was so bad already that it was just kind of, like, all together. And I was having panic attacks. This time, everything went great.
Stop there.
Yes.
Isn't it crazy to think what you got through in that moment?
Beyond.
Like this is why this needs to be spoken to, because so many people, like, I'm going to get upset because
God, please cry. I love that.
When people feel helpless, they don't realize how strong they are, that they can get through that moment. And you just got through that total craziness of losing your mom, having a baby, hormone drop. Like, just hold on. There is another day. Yes, there is another day.
There were days in my OCD that, like, I literally was like, I don't know how I'm going to even get through today. Is it worth getting through today?
Like, I get it. I totally get it.
And, like, people can say, oh, you're selfish for thinking that. Like, you're a mother kind of thing.
You're not in a mindset.
You're not thinking about. You're thinking about how much better it would be for them for you to not have this.
Yeah.
Like that you're hurting them, which actually they have no idea that anything's even happening.
No, because as women, maybe men too, because I feel like that's actually coming to the forefront now, which I am a big proponent for mental health for everybody, men, women.
But men don't speak out.
But women cover. Yeah. We have to be there for everybody. We have to be the doer. We have to fix. We have to, the family, the kids, the husband, we have to be the cheerleader. And we never do that for ourselves. And it's like, that drop is insane when it happens.
Like, it was so fucking wild. Like, I haven't had extreme OCD in a long time now. And when I say a long time, I mean, Walker's 4.
Knock on wood.
Yeah. But, well, I'm also like,
yeah,
I know the
you're in
tools
a different place. Yeah.
Prozac girly, and like, it was so insane. But like, this is the difference. This is a thing that I struggle with and talk about. If we're just notified about the things that can happen, like it would make us feel so much better. And like, think about that, especially
relatable. Like I can relate to you saying this because I felt that too. Like people who might listen to this, we hope you do listen to the whole thing of us talking. But I just feel like someone would say, I have that symptom, or I went through that, and it's just
like, how come if it's, say you get a surgery, right, and they're like, listen, you're not. This is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt. Okay, so then it hurts, and you're like, it's hurting because of that.
Yeah, you're prepared.
They told me,
yes.
No one prepared.
No.
They talk about postpartum depression. You don't know what depression is if you haven't been through it. So then, like, if it happens, great. But if it doesn't, I didn't have postpartum depression. So for me, when I started getting intrusive thoughts and scaring the shit out of myself, I was like, what the fuck is happening? I'm crazy. And like, did you know about the depression, anxiety, and menopause?
No.
Exactly. So
that's why, like I said,
it
hit me out of nowhere where, I mean, I had a 25-year career as a police officer. Like, it wasn't anxiety wasn't part of my world. I was compartmentalizing stuff, and I knew how to do that, right? Yeah. And this anxiety that I have here and there, like, even, as you know, I was contemplating moving. Yes. And then I'm thinking to myself, well, what if I move and I'm walking the dog and another dog comes out?
Oh my God. It's intrusive thoughts.
It is. And it comes out of nowhere. Yeah. And like, attacks my dog, and I'm getting older. Am I going to be able to fight this dog? Yeah. Like, it's just fucking crazy. Yeah. But it's not, it's hard. It really does come from hormones. And it really comes from one thing being off can throw your entire body off. Mm-hmm. And it's just wild to me.
Yes. And like, this is my whole point of saying this was because when the hormone drop happened, my OCD was going so crazy. Like, I was having, and I told my therapist this, I was having intrusive thoughts on replay. Like, it was literally like, I got an intrusive thought, I used my tools, it went away. 5 seconds later, I got another one. Yep. Went away. 5 seconds. And I can't believe I got through that. Like, I sit here now and I'm like, how did my brain function? And that was for days. Yeah. And like, I even remember, when I had Walker, I didn't have a therapist and everything bad had just happened. This time my therapist was texting me the whole time I was in the hospital, which was like the greatest.
And prepared you before. Remember how that whole, I loved that you did that. Loved it.
Jointly also.
Yep.
And she was like, listen, next 2 weeks are going to be really hard. You're probably going to start getting choose clutch, but you're going to go up and down. We have the tools. We're good. Yep. You want to meet next week? Absolutely. Great. So while this was happening, though, I knew this is temporary. This sucks.
Yep.
Like, I was in it, and I was like, this is so fucking hard. I'm just trying to take care of my kids. And, like, by the way, I had a C-section, so, like, take care of myself. And I was like, it's only temporary. This is very normal. This is not normal. Yep. I didn't know that the first time.
Right.
So I went on social media and I wrote a whole thing about, like, let's talk about the hormone drop. Most messages I've ever fucking received in the history of my Instagram.
Isn't it so crazy to think when you get the messages, like when you open up about stuff or you talk about things where you think nobody gives a shit?
Every time everyone
Same. And I'm like, okay.
I had one former bride message me. It was off that story. She was about to become a mom for the second time. I was like, I just have to tell you, this doesn't even have to do with the hormone drop, but you are the reason that I went to therapy.
Love that.
Because I was struggling so bad and you're so open. And I was like, okay, if she can like openly talk about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, you just made my whole day. Like, that's why I started a podcast. That's why I do everything
But
that I do
that's
now.
what I mean is like I feel like there is such a stigma still, which is crazy to me because we've
I'm
done
excited
so
for this
much.
episode to go out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Not excited, but it's like
Needed.
It has somber
and especially
moments.
right now.
Yeah, a lot of really sad things have happened recently.
Yes, a lot.
And we like touch on that too. And like if we are not open, like this is like you just have to,
and not judgmental either.
No.
You know, like you literally.
I'm a judgy bitch if you're a bitch,
but not
totally
like
different.
you can still be.
I'll talk about Summer House judgments.
Oh,
like
God.
Bravo,
I don't watch that. I'm the only person in the world who doesn't watch Summer House. You can be two things. You can be successful and depressed.
Yeah.
You can have mental issues that you're dealing with, and you can still function normally. Like it's so wild to me that people think that you have to be like this outcast.
No, you can have ADHD and be like the most successful entrepreneur,
which a lot are.
Studies show that most entrepreneurs and successful business people have OCD, ADHD, some type of anxiety mood disorder, because that's how they're able to be so successful. Because
the brain's constantly going. Yeah, yeah, I get it.
So like, I get it, but oh my God, like I'm never gonna stop opening up ever on social.
Yeah,
it's something I need to get off my chest in that way.
I love that about you.
Thank you.
No, I really do.
Like,
It's
you were sharing about the blood work
and
the machine. Like, I messaged you. I was like, this is amazing. Like, I had no idea this existed.
Well,
like,
it's so funny. Everybody who talks to me about this says the same thing to me, is that, and like in that video where I did it, I didn't even know if I did it right. Like, you see the shock on my face. I'm like, because it was so simple. And the fact that 3 days later, I had results in my hand that showed me and told me, you need to pay attention to this.
Wait, can I tell you, Nick went to the primary doctor 2 weeks ago because he literally never goes to the doctor. And I was like, you need to get blood work done. And he made the appointment, which, by the way, now I'm like, we should just use this instead. He still has not gotten his results. And there's no way they're not bad.
None. There's no way.
It's so
crazy.
Nick's mom works in healthcare, and she's like freaking out at him. Like, did you call? And he's like, no, never.
Like
it's not in the portal.
And it honestly tests all the biomarkers I needed. Mm-hmm. So what I'm going to do with this is I want 6 solid months of using Rhythm, and then I'm going to go back to my primary.
Oh, okay.
And then see what everything is. So, because I want to see the progression, but I like having the control of every month that I see if things are getting better,
and also I'd want to compare.
Yeah. Well, we talked so Nicolina uses it too. And she said,
even know that.
Yep. And she said that it was very comparative to her blood work that she had at the doctor's office to this.
Okay.
So, I mean, for me, it's a no-brainer. And listen, I have tattoos, whatever. Everyone's like, oh, you're afraid of needles. The blood work thing is totally different.
No.
Totally different. And
someone's literally like,
I know. So don't even get me started.
Also, when you get a tattoo, people, it doesn't.
It's like scraping. It's like scraping.
Feels like scraping, and like it tickles a little.
Yes. So I felt nothing, not a thing, nothing. So it's really worth for me. And listen, yes, I'm paying out of pocket for it, but it's worth it for me.
So that's the whole thing. Like, I'm paying out of pocket to work with this functional practitioner.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Which, by the way, guys, I'm on a payment plan with her, so like.
It's doable.
People will work with you.
Yeah.
Like
and Chris was very reasonable too. Like, yep.
I had no income. You're an entrepreneur, business owner, no income. So, payment plan. But like, and I get it because I know so many people who think like, there's so many quacks and like no one's real. And there are some.
Yeah, of course.
But like, then there's not. And I remember the doctor who told me I was getting a sinus infection. That's an actual licensed fucking MD who went to medical school. So like, not everybody is the same.
No, I mean, and it really,
created equal.
I feel like when you get to that bottom of the barrel, you stop thinking about the money. I mean, at least that's where I did. Where I was like, I literally have just had enough of feeling like shit.
Yes, absolutely.
And I have a good life.
Yeah,
right? We have good lives. Mm-hmm. It's not that. It was something internal that was wrong that I just
we know our body.
Yes, and
That's
just
why
couldn't.
Advocating for yourself is the most important fucking thing on the planet. Like, I would not be where I am in life if I didn't advocate for myself.
Right. And like with this, so the primary doctor I went to, I don't love her.
Mm-hmm.
I've gone to her a few times when I have to because I'm
You're
not
like,
a
I just
big
need
doctor. Yes.
blood
So I
work.
want, that's what I originally went for. It was
Yeah.
like, do a checkup, blood work. You know, my EKG came back good. My blood pressure
Okay,
was
perfect.
good.
Yeah.
I was happy. But then when I got the blood work from Rhythm and I had some cardiovascular issues, I have a family history. So I was like, oh, this is a little concerning. So I called her and said, can I have a prescription for a coronary calcium score test? And I advocated for myself to do that. I went last Wednesday, got my results within the day.
Amazing.
In my patient portal, and it was a 0. So I had no hard plaque buildup.
Okay.
My doctor's office just called me yesterday to let me know that my score was a 0 and I have no hard plaque buildup, and that's great. I was like, okay. I knew that a week ago.
Yes,
because
thanks.
you have to advocate and stay on top of your stuff. Honestly, like especially something like cardiovascular,
Like,
it is the
your health.
number one silent killer of women because we just don't know. So my next step is I'm going to have a stress test.
Okay, wonderful.
And then from there, I have to get the balls to get an IV to do the one where it shows the soft plaque buildup.
It'll be okay.
I know.
Also,
you say that, and then I'm going to be like, hey,
no, but like this time it's hard.
Oh, I'm not going back to that.
Okay, but also
person.
sometimes, and because especially when you're pregnant, you
Yeah.
Phlebotomists sometimes are not friendly, and then sometimes they're the nicest people on the planet. So if you go to whoever you go to and you say, "Listen, last time it like scarred me,"
yeah,
and like tell them, like I feel like people have sympathy. Like they'll
listen.
Be like,
before that incident, like LabCorp is great.
No, but like it depends how you get it.
It's really I have really bad veins. I really do.
No, I do too. So now I've learned though, like. Wait,
where to go?
Yeah,
because that's what I told him. He went there and he couldn't get it.
I wanted to do this side. Oh, I mean that is like perfect though.
They don't go there. They go there.
That makes no sense. That makes no sense. I've gotten enough blood work done. So I'm a righty, so I would always try to go left, and then they would never be able to get it.
They can't get a single one here.
Fucking killing me.
Yes.
And then look how like obvious that one is. So now I always just say do that one.
Yeah.
And then they're like, is something wrong? No.
Just
you're
do
gonna get it back.
Yep.
Please do this.
Yeah.
And now I haven't had an issue. Because it's the worst.
It just is, especially like when you're getting like a lot of vials taken.
Of course.
And you're like, oh my God, just get the fucking just get it and get done. Because I have to get 6 vials taken.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. Try having a baby and being in the hospital.
Or genetic testing when I had like 18 vials taken. And I was like,
but like, in the hospital after, you have to have it in you like the whole
time.
This time with walkers in my hand, and I was in so much pain.
So they used to do wrist for me here.
Now they changed it, and they did it actually like kind of.
Oh, I can see that one.
Yeah, and I was like, I literally looked at I was like, this is different, and she's like, this is what I do. She's like, it's so much better for all the women. Like, I don't want anyone to be uncomfortable. Good. It was so much better.
Game changer, yeah.
I was like, thank you so much. It hurt like a bitch for a second, but then I was like, whatever, it's fine. But, I feel like the biggest takeaway, because we're already at 15 minutes, the biggest takeaway, I don't know, advocate for yourself if you know that you don't feel like yourself.
Yeah, for your body, your health, your mental health, all of it.
It's something is wrong.
And listen, the stuff that's
There's
going
a
on.
if it's like Delulu, like you're in your head, like OCD, like intrusive thoughts all the time. No. If you like, and by the way, that counts.
Yes.
That counts. That's why I started therapy.
Yes.
Because when I first went to a psychiatrist about this, it was a man. No offense, man. But I should have just known. Like, don't go to like a man about like anything for like a woman's health in postpartum.
I just had this conversation with somebody. I said my gynecologist has to be a woman. I just can't
my gynecologist actually. Well, it's a man, and then there's women too.
I just can't explain to a man what I'm going through. He's not going to understand it.
Well, no, I know.
And then I'm going to be pissed.
He delivered Walker Axel, and he was so great. But I know that my postpartum checkup, 2 appointments because C-section and then the 6 weeks were both with women, and no one has ever asked me. And she did this time. She was like, "How are you mentally feeling?" And I was like, "Never has happened ever. I can't believe that you just asked me that." But wait, what was my point? Men, he told me that my anxiety, my OCD, which he didn't even label it OCD, was just PTSD, my body manifesting my trauma.
You see, I would lose my shit.
Well, naturally, I said, that's bullshit. and I continue to advocate for myself
Yeah.
and opened up on social media, and that's
Yeah.
how I found my therapist. And
Yep.
obviously we learned that it was postpartum, and it was also massively all related to my mom just dying.
Yeah.
That was actually the biggest thing of the whole thing, but also the hormones of everything. So yeah,
just check up with your health. Like,
Yes.
honestly, like
if you don't like the answer you get, go to someone else.
you have to keep up with your health. You really do.
Look, she went and ordered a at-home blood test, so you don't even have to go to someone else. Just look
start to finish, 20 minutes from taking the collection to dropping it off at Walgreens for FedEx to pick it up. 20 minutes, and 3 days later, I have my results.
Again, what's the company?
It's called Rhythm. And of course, in my bio, it's right in there. You can click on it, and you'll get $20 off. And I
love that.
Well, I mean, listen, it is what it is. I just really love it. So
plug it. Yeah, it's gonna help
worked.
Other people.
It worked, and if it didn't work, I probably wouldn't have said anything at all. But because it worked, I was like wowed by it. So, and it's for people who are babies like me with blood work.
No, but even if you're not, like,
there's no needle.
People have to do it at home.
Yes, and no weight, no nothing. You know, you do it fasted, so it's like that. You put a little heat pack on, and it's like a lancet, quick, boom, and you don't even feel it. I didn't even know I did it right. That's how fast it was.
Insane.
So, but yes, please, mental health, all of it.
I'll put this in when I tag people.
Yes,
I'll plug it so that people know where to go.
Hang in there.
Heard of it.
Hang in there, and things get better. Our journey always is evolving. And our hormones will eventually even out.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough being a woman.
Oh my God.
It's tough being a woman.
P.S. And we'll end it like this. I have 2 boys. You have a boy.
Yeah.
Okay? My sons will know what women go through.
Yeah.
No, like at this day and age, like, they're not going to grow up thinking, like, they have no, like, they don't have to deal with it, so they don't know. No, you're going to know.
Yeah, well, I mean,
you need to know.
That's part of the normalization of it.
I know, but, like, Nick didn't know any of this. I didn't know any of this stuff that women go through. And I am a woman. Like, we don't know this stuff. And, like, obviously Nick's learned so much from watching me go through it, unfortunately. But, like, knowledge is power. Every day.
Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power.
Know your body.
And 100%. And, like, my boys will know. And they'll know to help themselves, too, because men also think that they're supposed to be, like, so strong and not, like, if they don't feel well or just anything or struggling mentally, that you're not supposed to open up because you have to be a man.
Yep.
And, like, no, actually, you 1,000% are human and should talk about it.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I think that's a good way to end this.
I agree. Thanks for listening, guys.
Power. Oh, this is such a great way to start off the season. I love it. Peace!
And that's it for this week. Thanks so much for tuning in for another week of some awesome small business owners. If you like this podcast, please rate, review, and subscribe. Getting a 5-star review on Apple, Spotify, or YouTube is so important for people to be able to find this podcast. So if you like this, you can keep following me at The Just Press and at Just Press Play Pod on Instagram, and I'll catch you next week.